Hey there. I think the last time I spoke, I mentioned I might talk about how I came to be Big Show, the God. It's been a bit of a evolution, actually. I've always been a bit of a creative type, you know. I always liked my WWF wrestling and all that sort of stuff. And life's been going through, and I guess I got a bit of an ego in that. And my friends know this, and my family, and my workmates, and generally anyone that meets me, I guess. So yeah, my friends know what I'm like, and I speak like this in public. I tend to like upset people with my humor when I joke about them in a group, and I go on and on. And so I would generally do that in public or at speeches and public speaking. And because I would, you know, show off and walk around, they started calling me Big Show. I think it was short for kind of like big show off, you know. I'm not sure. And then there was it kind of stuck more like that. And then there was Big Show, the wrestler, which was a name already there, right? So you had Big Show, and because I was a show off and stuff. So that's how the name kind of got there. And we always had, all our guys would have nicknames, nickname guys. If you read my comic books, I have mates of mine, the Lightweight, Sugarcoat Denton, and they'll resonate from names that we call them. Hobbs the Hyena, you know. And I just have fun with their names, really. It's kind of just that. And some of their personality resonates within the name. And I find that helps if it does resonate. If it's got no real linkage, it's kind of a little bit dull. And it's better if it's in a mocking sense, because then the person doesn't actually like the name, you know. But it still has to fit, you know. I don't really like having a game where they just really don't like the name, personally. Then we have nicknames which we don't even have any relevance. I've got a friend, a good friend of mine, Mike. I call him Mike the Bike. It just rhymes. Nothing to do with him. He doesn't ride a bike. He does nothing in that nature. I just find it funny. Mike the Bike. Yeah, so that's how it kind of goes into that. So I get named Big Show, and if I'm honest, I like the name. See, Big Show fits. It happens that I didn't name myself it. They called me it. Perfect. And I like it. I like it so much that I use it. I live it. I'm just going to go, let's roll with this one. I just like it. So even I get hats done in it. I get emblems made. I do billboards. Do whichever, you know. I get overboard. But, you know. And then I started, so then from that, I ended up doing comic strips of some of the jokes that I tell and jokes that I speak. If you look at my bigShow, the Facebook page, you'll see my content, and they all have human elements to every character. Is are generally people I know. I've got Trevor the Dwarf? Trevor the Dwarf. I love that one. He's a mate of mine who we don't get on that well. He's short. Trevor the Dwarf. I love it. He doesn't seem to like it. I got another mate, Roly Poly. And he's overweight. He's overweight as well. He hates it. I think it's awesome. I think it's funny. So yeah, so that stretches into that. And then my son, he named himself Superman, as you do. And Superman becomes it comes out of something quite cool, right? Because he, the latest one of the old Supermans a few years back, comes out, and his mates think he looks like him, like facially. I don't see any resemblance, but fine. So he names himself Superman. So let's rock and roll with it then. You like it, I like it. So I get right into it. So me and him do some videos. They're on here somewhere, and I enjoy doing that with him because it's kind of creative and kind of get him to just do stuff. You know, it's different. It's been sitting around. Take some creativity. So I start doing some of those, and that's cool. Got the comic book strip, and I keep biding my time and throwing out a few of those. And then I kind of start looking at myself a lot. And like I said, I went through a bit of a weight loss system, went through a bit of a career improvement system. I went through relationship building systems and processes, and I looked at all the pillars, what I consider pillars in life, right? So I go, and you can have more or less. I just go health, a health pillar. Then I go financial pillar, finances, career, relationships. There's four or five. You can break health into fitness. You can break them up, but they are kind of like general things, you're right. So I have all those, what I call things to gauge on and where you're at. So I'm sitting there and I'm going through those, and I'd rate myself out of 10 each one of those pillars. And my plan was to up them a notch, each one. You got to remember, I've got a bit of an ego, so I already thought I was pretty awesome anyway, right? You know, I thought I was pretty awesome, and I was 120 something kilos. All right, something's not making sense there with that statement. And then 120 something kilos and not a lot of money in the bank. All right, so it's another thing that's not making sense. If you're awesome, you got not a lot of money, you're sounding fucking overweight, no money. All right, let's go to relationships. Family, hardly talk to any. Family, I think my kids didn't know where they were. Hadn't talked to one of my children for like freaking 10 years. 10 years, you know. Oh yeah, but I'm awesome, all right. No, you're not, right? But that's the human condition, or that's the condition I can put myself in, where I can lie to myself, you know, and justify anything. So you got those, and so I didn't do this all at once, right? It's just when I picked on one, and then I cross-pollinated the system to each area to the best of my thing, right? And they sort of, once you start doing one, they actually, you can adapt them quite easily. Well, not easily, but you can adapt them. So I go through this, and I don't know I'm going on this journey, right? And anyway, I end up losing through this process and challenging myself and all these, long stuff. I lose a lot of weight. And then simultaneously, I double my income. And not only double the income, I have it at the end. So I increase my net worth to like $500,000, And so that's cool. And that's continuing on. So we've got weight loss, health. I train, I exercise, I now run. I can run for, I used to be able to run for like 10 minutes. I now I can run half marathons. I can run 20 kilometers. I run every week, 3 or 4 times a week. I do weights and training and drills and play sports. So that's kind of, nutrition. It's pretty good. I'm into that intermittent fasting style for nutrition, which is good for good for that. And I've got the fitness bit, so it's not too bad. And they're all, it's taken a bit to grow to this. All from that. Then my finances have gone from that to that. Own the house and cars and savings in our bank accounts. Then I got the relationships. My wife, our relationships gone from here to here. My kids, all my kids, not some, not just them, every one of them, all 4 of my children, I got relationships with. I talk to them regularly. We debate. We laugh. We talk normal stuff. We talk serious stuff. We talk humor. I talk about whichever. I'm actually interested, to be honest. So that's them. My parents, my mum and dad, we didn't talk for ages. Now they live with me. They live downstairs. I appreciate them a lot. I enjoy their company. They probably don't enjoy mine that much, but they don't have a choice. And even my wife's family, things, I talk to them a lot. So that's the relationship and so on, right? So through that explanation there, that's now gone from 6s and 7s to 8s, 9s, my own personal thing, grade out of, and then that's my evidence, right? That's my evidence for the improvements. It then became apparent to me that I am evolving, and evolving so much that I am not just Big Show now. I am Big Show the God. Because with this information, it's not enough for me just to do it to myself. I share it. And so people around me are starting to go from wherever they are, right? And that's what a God is to me. And so I'm a Big Show the God. But it comes with a constant work ethic and constant learning, right? Which creates this evolvement. And so that's why I thought, wow, let's do these podcastings. Let's see where it takes me. And here I am, doing some of these. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm here. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm here. So through the processes, I'm looking to go above. And so I'm encapsulating that. And so what I'm now doing is I'm Big Show the God, and I'm on a journey, which is a journey to greatness. So there's no point just being a God, right? It's the journey that matters. And so to keep me accountable and to keep me pushing forward, I keep creating these scenarios, I guess, and these affirmations, are they? I guess so. They strengthen my tools in my head. And when I go Big Show the God on a journey to greatness, the journey to greatness, in my opinion, is getting myself from here to here. Oh. Right? Bit of a challenge though, right? Because it requires the same processes, right? But it requires more. And if we look at scientific method requires more measuring, more detail, technology even. I measure my weight, my heartbeat, and all that sort of stuff. Any technology comes out, I'm into it. As I mentioned, my iPhone XS Max. Very important to have the technology. Suits my ego too, right? But it gives me information, more data, practice being uncomfortable, because change is generally uncomfortable. Change is risky. Change takes work, because my mind says, why? Let's just be comfortable. I'm comfortable now. I'm going to be fine. Got these things here. Really? Let's keep going, right? How do we know? Because as you've worked out, I'm extremely intelligent, right? My IQ is, well, compared to the average, is very high. Well, prove it. Show me it. You know, you got to get results. See, the process is one thing, the results are another. So yeah, that's how Big Show the God came about, on a journey to greatness. What else should we talk about? I'm actually waiting for my brother to come over. He's interesting. What else should we talk about? We got what's on Facebook. We can do a quick Facebook, whatever. People doing nothing. What's that? It's rude to wear a hat at the dinner table. It's rude to wear a hat at the dinner table. Why? What does it do? Is it rude to wear sunglasses as well at the dinner table? It's amazing, eh? We're taught these things. Did it like turn the food off or something? It makes me despicable while we're eating dinner that you have a hat on. It's rude. Rude. What is that word, rude? Is that back to that, what do we say, disrespectful? Is it disrespectful for me to wear a hat at the dinner table? What is that? It's bizarre, right? It's like this historic learned draconian kind of concept that I'm going to make my children take their hats off. So here we go. So we have this big thing about kids wearing hats outside because of the sun, right? The sun damages us. Kids need to be protected. So we now force the kids to wear a hat outside. There you go. Outside, hats on. Very important. Hats on, hats on, hats on. You come inside and can wear a hat, actually. Can wear a hat inside, you're good. As soon as we have a plate of food at the table, hats off. That you're disrespecting me. How did it happen? How did it happen? I went from being ordered to wear the hat if I'm outside. If I'm inside, do what you like, but not when you're at dinner and about to eat something at the dinner table. Fascinating. It's a fascinating kind of ordering system that has no benefit one way or the other. It's rude to wear a hat at the dinner table. And everyone in the room, who's it rude to? To my mum? Why is it rude to you? To my dad. It's rude to my dad. What the hell? Rude for what? Oh, we don't know. Because I was taught it. I was told it. So it's rude. It's rude. Because it's rude to have your elbows on the table while you eat, right? Get your elbows off. Oh, man. So I pride myself now is that I go to, we even have that at RSAs, right? RSAs and clubs. Can't wear a hat in the RSA. All right. And it's easier just to go with it. And my parents cringe every time because I wear a hat. Heaven help us. Gods are going to come down. And you're wearing a hat. You're my son. And you're wearing a hat. It's okay every other day. We were fine with it every other day. But not when you walk in this room in the RSA. You cannot wear it. Put shame on the family. And the fine that you actually wear the hat and go in with the hat on, they're not fine. But they can tell you, right? Excuse me, sir. Take that hat off. Why? Oh, take the hat off. It's a rule. Oh, yeah, good one. And I don't take it off, right? Because I can't bring myself to take it off. I know. It's kind of one of those things with me. I just can't do it. In last year, the whole family's there. Doing the March thing. Go to the RSA. It's going to happen. I'm there for a little while. I actually forget, right? And it's going on. I'm sitting there with nobody's in there. And then, sure enough, excuse me, sir. Your hat's hat. Oh, yeah. Whatever. No. Hats off. Everyone's saying, oh, bigShow. Take your hat off. bigShow. I can't do that. It's fine. It's a rule. This is your little clubhouse. There's your rules in here. Got you. I'm offending everyone right now. Everybody's upset. It's no problem. I'll go home. No big deal to me. I came here because I had to. It's not a big deal for me. But it's a big deal for everyone else. That's fine. I'm being very rude right now. I'm upsetting the whole building. It's now offended by me having a hat on. Outside, good. In here, offensive. Ooh. If that's what's offending you, what's even more interesting. We could have a German, right? We could have a German friend whose great grandfather fought in the war and shot and killed people from the RSA, right? Killed them. His grandfather, his lineage, this direct descendant of them, right? Can be signed in, sitting there without a hat on, no hat. And I'm offensive. I'm offending the room. The German, nice guy. Hey man, I got equally no problem with the guy. He might have shot my grandfather. Don't know. But here we are, 2000 and something, right? 2018. Sitting with a German or Japanese, I don't know, whoever we had war with. Whoever we had a war. And Kiwis, New Zealanders, if you want to call them that. New Zealanders went to war, were shot at and killed. Last time I checked, apparently. Bombed and all these things by those that actual race of human did it through the wall. We're sitting here today, and not even a word. Oh, hey, where are you from, man? From Germany. Oh, wow. I love Germany. Yeah, awesome. No hat on. Not a problem. You. What's that hat you got on? I'm offending the room, and you ain't. You're not offended by him. Not that I think you should be. It's just what we're offended by, or what rule is being broken, fascinates me. Fascinates me. What else we got? People taking photos of their kids. Very proud. What else we got? Anything interesting? Should we go to the Herald? See what's in the Herald, eh? The Herald. Does the Herald have anything? Here we go. The scooters. Have you seen those scooters? The e-scooters. I mean, humans are interesting, right? So we've got scooters. I've seen them in, I was in LA and stuff, and I've seen them at Venice Beach and all around there. I think they're in Miami too. Are they in Miami? I don't think they were in Miami. Anyway, I've seen them at Venice. Fine. Scooters, people scooting around them. You've got bikes, scooters. Well, they got them, so Auckland have them. And every day you get a story about this whole, well, this someone nearly did this, someone fell off and did this, someone's gonna die, this is gonna happen soon, no helmets, there's this. You know, every time there's something introduced, the fear just rises up. You know, when the cell phone came out, oh my God, this is the end. You know, every single time we find a way to be so scared, and that human lives are in danger. In danger. You know, the world's going to end. E-scootering boy sees grandmother flying in collision. All right. Well, there was bikes the day before. Scooters were not illegal yesterday. Now they're there for people to use. You know, accidents are going to happen. The panic is set in. You know, that's frontline news. Breaking news. Someone hit by a scooter. More fear. More legislation. We need to regulate it some more. Okay. What do we got here? Not much else. The Royals. Who's here? I don't even know who's here. Royal visit to Rotorua. I mean, come on. Are we serious? The royal family? Who are they? I mean, my wife actually loves them. I follow them, is excited about them. You know? I mean, if you're going to be excited about a couple of people coming over from England who have been born, they didn't even earn it. I mean, the president or prime ministers and things like that, I can kind of go, yeah, did some stuff. The royal family? The royal family. You know, they just were born, right? They had a baby and called it something. And I mean, they're not even like the king. You got the royal, you got the oldest, then you got the others, right? You got a hierarchy system within the family. We're getting the others. So you got the king or perceived king, isn't it? One of the boys going to be the king. Then you got the next and the next. They're coming here. Who cares? I mean, it might as well be. It's just any English person comes over. I mean, there's more excitement to them. Like, if the Prime Minister of England came over, or something, I wouldn't be excited about that either. But that would make more sense. You know, all the English football team. Okay, if you're into football or sport, you go, they're really good at the frickin' game or the sport, and it'd be something that you go, yeah, man, this would be awesome to see. They're not even that. These are just everyday idiots born there. That's who I'm going to be excited to see. You go, oh, what difference are they to the rich, the popular by birthright? Okay. There's rich people coming over all the time, I suppose. You just don't know about it. Once you've got 100 million, so any 100, so the amount of money, who cares? Popularity, they're popular. So now they're popular to us as well. The linkage is, it's a couple of generations away now. What are we going to do? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Even movie stars, Mel Gibson or one of those types of guys. I kind of get it. They actually work hard at what they do. It's actually quite a bit in that acting thing, So the acting, the money, and the popularity, or if they're broke, they got the acting and the popular. They earned that, though. That was because out of all this population, they rose. I can see why I take to them. Same as a sports person, same as a politician, I suppose. The royal family? Nah, man. Nah. I'm not seeing it. I don't get it. I don't. Not one bit. Not one bit at all. Oh, well. What else can I talk about? We've got anything on my lists? Any story I can come up with? what I watch on YouTube. Oh, here's a topic for us. What does that say? Oh, religion. Religious. It's quite a long subject, that one. Maybe I should go. Maybe we should save that for another day. We'll save that. I'll do that though. We'll do a religious breakdown, shall we? We'll pick some stories out of this this book, that Bible thing. We'll pick some stories out of that, and we'll go through the validity of it. How's that? The validity of things. I'll do one off the top before. It'll be like a teaser. We'll do a full session. I ended up doing one the other day. What was this? Noah's Ark. But Noah's Ark, right? Interesting story. I got a friend that a relation actually that's pretty religious. They claim pretty religious, and they're into the Bible literally. It's interesting. Not that many people that I associate with or ask and question are literally into the Bible. People prefer the whole, it's a good thing, the Bible and all that sort of stuff. It's a bit of a guide to life. And, the stories are metaphors and metaphoric and, are examples. So if we stick to that line, we're okay. So it's not literally true that it actually happened. We're cool with that, or no, it actually happened. The Bible's literally true. All of it. All the words of God. Of course they are. All right, let's pick a story. So Noah's Ark is one that I kind of know most of it. I read it a lot actually, but we had the old Bible studies ones, right? And so we know how the story goes. We've got Noah builds an ark, puts 2 of each animal in it. Him and his wife, apparently, his kids. About 4 of them, I think it was, 4 or 5. Not many. They're in the boat. You've got all the species, apparently. Everything. Fine. Let's go with that. Because God's helping too, remember? I suppose he's doing all the stuff. They're in the boat. On the boat. Drown everyone else. It's quite simple. Fish are fine, I suppose. I talk about fish. Leave the fish out. Okay, let's stick to the land things. Land is gone. Everything's obviously dead. Wait. What was it, 40 days and 40 nights or something like that? We'll wait this period of time. That water then disappears. Gone. Skeet. Bright day. All the land is back in its nice form. Plenty of food ready to eat for these things. The grass is still fine. Everything else is everything. Prestige. Animals scurry off out into their habitat again and live happily ever after. So the 2 zebras, they ran off. I assume they mated. That's still there. Or did God just go? Couldn't do that. Can't go 50 zebras. No. But he can create everything, but he can't go 50 zebras. He let the 2 zebras went and they mated. The lions waited. We wait. We didn't eat you guys. We wait till the zebras mate. So you guys do your thing. Then I come over. I eat. I'll only eat one of your children. You have another child. I won't eat you. You wait. Eat. Catches. Or if I don't catch anyone, I'll just sit here merrily and wait. I don't know how long a zebra takes to mate. You can find that out pretty easily. They're a lot longer than the lion can live for. I know a lion can only go without food for a couple of days. There's not a lot of, they burn a lot of energy, right? Big things. So the lion needs a bit of meat. I've worked that bit out. And the hyena and the cheetah and the freaking tigers and all these big predators. What were they doing on the boat? Fine, let's forget about all that stuff. Let's forget how the animals got through all that piece. They mated merrily, and then all the species of everything, spiders, crickets, they all just hopped off this boat and populated the planet back again to the way it is today. Pretty simple, really. Pretty easy. None of them evolved. Evolution's not true. They just, God went, and those are the ones that were there